Alright then, a couple of nice big boxes for an upgrade to the shop. And this is what was in the boxes. I've upgraded the extraction system. Right, this video is a bit weird because I'm actually recording the start of this video before the last video that I released. Right, as you know, and I talked about in the last video, right, I just had an operation on my lungs, and Michelle, my wife, is making me stick to the absolute letter of what the surgeon said. And the surgeon said I'm not allowed basically out here working on the lathe until next week. But she's let me put this thing together because it's basically health and safety stuff. Right, what it is it's a SIP 1968 dust collector. It's 1 horsepower. Right, now originally it comes with a bag here. Right, and as seems to be standard now on the dust collectors, the bag is a 5 micron collector, or there's a 5 micron filter, sorry. But I wanted down to 1, so I bought a cartridge filter. Now the thing with this is SIP don't actually make a cartridge for this machine, and I deliberately got this machine because anybody who's been on the channel a while, seen the tour, seen the workshop tour and stuff, knows I have very little space here. So I wanted small and compact. Now the thing is, I got this from Northern Ireland, and there's a reason for it. Down here in the Republic, stuff like this is really expensive, right? Like, I think the closest I got to the price I paid down here was 300 and, I think it was 20, no, was it? It was 339 plus delivery for this machine, right? I got it from the north, and right, for anybody who doesn't know, Northern Ireland is basically owned by England. I'm not going to get into that at the moment. And when England left the EU, all import duties and stuff came in, except from Northern Ireland to Southern Ireland, where there's no economic border. There's a border there. I don't even know if it's enforced or not, but there's no economic border. So I could order this directly from the north, and I paid 100 and I think it was 89. I can't remember, but I'll put the price here now, and I'll leave a link to below where I got it in case anybody wants one. All right, I put this up on the woodturning 360 thing, and immediately I know. Now, as I said, it doesn't come with this filter on it. This is a Charnwood filter, right? Now, I have a mate who basically does this kind of stuff professionally, and I was asking him about it, right? And he told me, right, he went into all technical stuff, and he was talking about flow rates and turbulence and everything else, right? But what he basically told me was, yes, I can put this filter on this machine, no problem, because it's on the filter side of it, and it won't create any extra turbulence. Now, what he said was that all I have to do is build a gasket to make this fit this machine, right? Because it doesn't, there's I think there's an inch and a bit in the difference, right? I asked him what to build it out of. He said duct tape, right? So what I've done is I built the gasket. I'll take this off and show it to you. Oh, you see, it's very tight, right? Right, so that's a gasket I built out of duct tape. Now this comes with gasket as well, so that's in there as well, but it's making a solid seal, which is all I need. Right, stick that back on. Right, as you can see, I made it a good fit. Now, anybody who wants to do that, right, as I said, it comes with gasket. It comes with enough gasket to go around it twice. But what you're going to need is you will need the gasket that comes with it, and you will need 5 rolls of duct tape to gasket this in. As I said, I made it good and tight. Didn't click there. So I made it good and tight so it's not going to leak. This is definitely not going to leak. Yeah, that's what I did. I put that in the wrong side. Now, I didn't bother filming putting this thing together because it comes with instructions. There's a load of videos out there of people putting these things together. Right, to be honest, it's not that difficult. Right, here we go, it's locked now. It's not that difficult. You just follow the instructions. Then the instructions aren't super clear, but you'll get the hang of it. The one thing that isn't in the instructions is, see this plate here? Right. You need to put that on when you're putting these sides on. That's the only thing, right? And it's not in the instructions. Right, I'll give you a quick sound test on it now, but the full test won't be until next week. And what I'll do is I'll stitch the sound test to this video, right? I won't put it in the next video as well. But as I said, just with the lung thing, I needed to upgrade the filter. I needed to upgrade the dust extraction in here, and this is what I come up with. I'll leave a link to where I got this. There's only one place you can get this filter in Ireland, right? And it's the closest to size for this machine, right? As I said, I wanted a 1 micron filter, but I also wanted one that had this on it, so you can clean the filter. It just makes them last longer. A couple of reasons I wanted this filter. It goes down to 1 micron. Because of the way these filters are made, there's a lot more filter surface there. It's like, I think with a bag you get something like 2 square meters. No, it depends on the bag, right? I'm just going to use generic numbers here, right? You get 2 square meters of filter surface, whereas on something like this you get about 6. So it actually improves your airflow as well by using one of these meters, or by using one of these filters. Right, so there's not a lot more I can say about it. I'll tell you what I think of it when I use it. Right, loud wise. Right, now I don't know if you can hear me now, but that's the sound of it, and I'm standing basically at the lathe. Right, I'll knock it off now. Now, as I said, I didn't know if you could hear me there or not, but that's basically the sound of it. I think it's slightly louder than my old one, but it's not as shrill. It's not as, doesn't kind of get in your head as much, right? The motor on this thing is supposed to be quiet for what it is, right? And it's an induction motor, so it'll last for ages, right? I will shove this into its, and I can't test it till next week, so I'll get back to you then when I can test it. Right, it'll be about a week for me, a couple of seconds for you. Okay, the specs on the machine are: the airflow is 706.29 cubic feet a minute, or 1200 cubic meters an hour. The collection capacity is 57 litres, or 15.05 gallons. The size of the unit, right? It's 580 mil high, 900 mil wide, and 1480 mil deep. The inlet, the suction part on it is 100 mil, or 4 inches, and the impeller size is 230 mil, or 9.05 inches. Now we get on with this test. Right then, see how this sander works, or this extraction system works. See how good it is. Volume wise, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I need adjustments. Right then, I think that could do with being a lower. But I made it so I can move it. Okay then, noise wise it's not too bad. It did drop a little bit down here, but nothing compared to what it used to, what the old one did. I just think I need to play around with the positioning of the scoop, and that should sort that out, hopefully. So right, so my thoughts on this thing. Yeah, it seems to be pretty good. As I said, it's a hell of a lot better than what was there. There is absolutely no dust whatsoever floating around in here, which there always used to be after I sanded. I do think it's probably worth the extra money to get the cartridge rather than just use the bag. And I said, for a small compact unit, which is what I needed, it's very good. It really, as I said, it seems to do the job very well. So I'm happy with it. Right, so if you enjoyed that one and got anything out of it, if you wouldn't mind clicking like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.